माही खिलौनों की दुकान में जाता है। वह सोच रहा है, कौन सा खिलौना खरीदूं? टेडी बियर खरीदूं या बैट खरीदूं? माही को परेशान देख दुकानदार उसकी पसंद पूछता है। बेटा, आपको क्या चाहिए? दुकानदार, यह यह यह। माही, अंकल, मुझे वह चाहिए। दुकानदार, अच्छा, अभी देता हूँ। माही, नहीं, वह वाला बैट चाहिए। माही दुकानदार को इशारे से अपनी बात समझाता है।
Water exists in three states of matter, namely solid as ice, liquid as the familiar water, and gas as water vapor. But can we change the state of the system? Yes. Let us see how this can happen. Effect of change of temperature. Heating and cooling matter are the main ways to change matter from one state to another. We can convert a solid into a liquid by applying heat on it. Similarly, a liquid can be changed into a gas by heating. Considering a beaker full of ice, on increasing the temperature measured using a thermometer, the kinetic energy of the ice particles increases, and at a particular temperature the ice melts to form water. This temperature is known as the melting point. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. The melting point of ice is 0 degrees Celsius, but Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. Now, to convert degrees Celsius into Kelvin, we use the following relation. So, the melting point of ice is 273 Kelvin. When a solid melts, its temperature remains the same till the entire solid has melted. Although we are constantly proving heat, why does the temperature of the solid remain constant? It is considered that heat gets hidden into the contents of the beaker and is known as the latent heat. The amount of heat energy that is required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point is known as the latent heat of fusion. Boiling of water. When we supply heat energy to water, particles start moving even faster. At a certain temperature, the liquid starts changing into gas. Temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at the atmospheric pressure is known as its boiling point. For water, this temperature is 373 Kelvin. As in the case of melting of solids, the temperature during the evaporation of liquids remains constant. This can be attributed to the latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization is the heat energy required to change 1 kg of a liquid to gas at atmospheric pressure at its boiling point. Sublimation. There are some that change directly from solid state to gaseous state and vice versa without changing into the liquid state. This phenomenon is known as sublimation. Example for sublimation is dry ice. Effect of pressure. We consider gas particles present in a container. On increasing the pressure in the container, we can make the gas particles come closer. So, applying pressure would work in favor of liquefying a gas, as in the liquid state the particles is closer to each other. Thus, we can say that pressure and temperature together determine the state of a substance, whether it will be solid, liquid, or gas. Let's consider another activity to demonstrate the presence of spaces between particles in matter. Take about 100 ml of water in a beaker. Mark the level of water in the beaker with a marking pen. Also take 50 grams of sugar. Now add 50 grams of sugar in water in the beaker. Dissolve the sugar by stirring it with a glass rod. When all the sugar has dissolved, we will get a sugar solution. Now, look at the level of the sugar solution in the beaker. We will find that the level of sugar solution in the beaker is at the same mark where water level was initially in the beaker. This means that even after dissolving 50 grams of sugar in 100 ml of water, the volume has not increased. Hence, this activity shows that particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Let us consider dust particles. When a beam of sunlight falls into a dark room, we are always able to see the movement of dust particles when light falls on them. Similarly, let us consider a suspension of chalk in water. On passing a beam of light through the solution, we find that the particles of chalk are continuously moving. Similarly, the use of perfume spray or room freshener, the particles spread through
Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. It separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. Plasma membrane allows or permits the entry of some materials into the cell, such as oxygen.